Which one first?
As I said for CEng, just a question that Gina's asked, my sponsor, I've asked myself many times, why did I sign up for it? I'm in the process of preparing my CEng at the moment. It's like studying treacle.
So what is a CEng? Simple question. I'm sure a lot of people in the room have got it already. Basically, it's a demonstration of competence. You know, somebody says, "Oh, you're a lift engineer. Prove you're confident." I've done it 30 years. I've been a lift engineer. I've done 30-story block in Canary Wharf, as our London colleagues say. But again, it's proving it. You know, what the CEng does, basically, it shows and demonstrates, because you have a process to go through, that you've got an understanding of the theoretical and practical problem solving with new technology. We all know the existing technology, been doing it for years, it's the new stuff. Just ask yourself the question, are you up to speed on the latest technologies, latest ideas? Listen to what Gina said about some of the algorithms that some of this may have to employ on evacuation. You're putting real new technology. Okay, lift industry has always been conservative, it's always been very slow to adopt new technology, always traditionally has, but it's sort of get up to speed. You know, and this is an opportunity with some of these new challenges to do it. Another competence of the CEng is accountability for project finance, personnel management. Well, those guys running a lift company or a consultancy, obviously you've got those skills already. But again, this is a way of demonstrating it, going forward. And a set of skills to develop with other technical staff. Again, the idea of mentoring younger people should be something we're all doing. It shouldn't be somebody out there sort of, oh, he's a mentor over there. We should all be passing our skills on to other people. And it's not distracting from your skills, it's basically enhancing your team skills. And again, another aspect of demonstrating competence that CEng requires is effective interpersonal skills for communicating technical matters. How often we're in a meeting with non-technical people, such as, God bless them, architects, people of that nature, and you're trying to convince them of the technicalities of why they can't fit that lift into that shaft. And it's again, that skill of being able to communicate on technical matters are not always to technical people. Okay, a chartered engineer, it's another aspect of it, is a bridge to international qualifications. Who's heard of the Washington Accord? Not many hands. Any more hands? Basically, it's a registration of skills internationally, and there are about 29 of them. And until very recently, lift engineering wasn't one of them. So this is a way, again, of proving international competency. CEng is a route into this. Okay, say I run a provincial lift company. What's that to do with me? How many consultants in this room have come from the independent lift company or the small lift company or in the larger one? In other words, you might be doing international work now, but you can't foresee in the future when that opportunity will arise. And one of the questions will be asked then, have you got the competence to do it? Can you prove you've got the competence? And again, it's a demonstration of competence that is given with the CEng. You can show by what you've done that it's that. And just being a chartered engineer isn't the final solution. It's a part of being able to be a member of the Washington Accord and be a registered engineer. As Dave mentioned before, being a registered engineer in the UK is becoming a norm, or being a registered engineer internationally is becoming. In America, you can't touch a thing on certain skills such as lifts until you are registered in their organisation. So it's coming here. What happens in America, we know, happens afterwards. Like litigation policies, it happens. And you can put your head in the sand all you like, it's coming. So also a chartered engineer. Ability to meet client requirements. Well, that's a challenge we have every day. Our client, customer, depends what your viewpoint of the guy paying you money is. Hospital authorising engineers, as Dave mentioned before, have to be CEng. And how long before those same people move around and go into those local authorities? Or some local authorities says, how can we make sure the lift consultant, the lift engineers we're using are responsible, qualified people? I know. I'll use the CEng as a benchmark. It's going to happen. You know, it's, as Dave said, it's that competency, demonstration and proving competency, but I say competency that matters. The old story again, if it's not written down, it doesn't exist. And the other one is self-confidence of having a chartered engineer. Confidence in your own abilities. And it's a very simple one. Just put in CEng after your name. How many people do you look at the qualifications? You look at all the qualifications, you look at certain ones, and the CEng has got to be one. And it's not just people in the business, other people who are in, you know, perhaps looking to select yourselves as an advisor or lift contractor. Look at that, you know, what's he got? Nothing? Has he not bothered? Is he, you know, it puts that question mark in there, which those few letters take away straight away. And it's another example to others in your organisation that, you know, he's done it. If he can do it, I can do it. You know, and it's something that it gives you that self-confidence before. And how difficult to achieve a CEng? I won't ask who recognises this guy, but obviously it's on the screen anyhow. But for the younger ones, JFK, he has some great quotations, and one of them I liked over this one, apart from the don't ask what you can do for your country, ask what you can do for your country. Don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. The other way around. Well, the one I'm using today, we choose to go to the moon this decade and other things, not because they are easy, because they are hard. In other words, life's all about easy choices. You know yourself, in your background, you can reflect on times when you could have taken the easy route and, you know, gone a different way entirely, but you've chosen the hard route because the rewards are there. And that's so. In other words, if it's easy, everyone would do it, and the CEng is not easy. Two ways of doing it: your bachelor's degree with honours plus an appropriate accredited master's degree or engineering doctorate. That ain't easy to get, as you'll all appreciate. Just a quick show of hands, how many people in the room have got a CEng? So we're looking at probably 5%, if that, less than that probably. Again, that if it comes down, as Dave says, going down this route of competence and demonstrated competence, you know, that's got to change. So that's one way of doing it. The other way is the technical report route, which I'll suggest anybody in this room who's been in the lift industry 15, 20 years will have gathered that experience as they go along. But remember, it's not just experience, it's application of technology, new technology. So you can't say, well, I've done that, I've been in the lift industry 15 years, give me the CEng. No, you've got to demonstrate you've applied technology, you've problem solved. You know, it's not all about the bit. So how do you go about it? My CEng's journey, find a sponsor and mentor. I've been very fortunate, my sponsor and mentor is in the room today, and give me enough cajoling along, but I still need to do a bit more on it. Then choose a subject. Again, it's on the technical report route, you'd expect to find a subject and apply the rules or the criteria to it. I've been a member of CIBSE. How many people are members of CIBSE? Hands up, members of CIBSE? Not associates, members, not many again. But again, back to Dave's point, this has got to happen. It's a real way of demonstrating, because to be a member of CIBSE, you either do the degree route or you do the technical route. And the technical route is a 5,000 word report covering 17 competencies, ranging the whole way through from technology to management, the lot. So choose a subject. My subject is rigid chain technology. And we're in Manchester, we've got one of the largest installations of rigid chain technology being presently commissioned at the moment. There's two 40-ton truck lifts down on Water Street. This is one lift above our head here, and that's the other lift there. They take an articulated truck up to 6.5 metres. We've had some very major challenges on that, which we've overcome, and they're presently being commissioned and actually have been used to move trucks, and they're just being finished at the moment. So find a subject, write an abstract. You know, let alone doing this, after the actual report, you've got to do an abstract to convince CIBSE interviewees and the committee that your subject is suitable. But again, it's not rocket science. As I said before, it's choosing the right subject. It's something that I would suggest anybody in this room can do. I can't imagine why. It's just having that motivation. That's the tough bit. Obtain approval from CIBSE or your subjects. When you've done your abstract and they comment on it and you've got your sponsor to agree it all goes through, then they say yes, you can get writing now. And then you have a little task between 7 to 10,000 words on it. That excludes photographs and all the bits. It can be a useful and good and bad thing. So it's a 7 to 10,000 word report. Those guys who do reports for a living, well, that's achievable. Unfortunately, when you're doing a single subject topic and doing your day job as well, that's a different thing. When you've done that, you've got the technical interview where you have to present your report, like the CIBSE member, where you actually go to London and do your, present your report and answer questions on it. Something I'm looking forward to, because it's something, if you believe in what you've done, you've got choose the right subject, done the right report. And again, this report has got to cover the competencies. It doesn't just say what we've done, you've got to cover the competencies that the Engineering Council set. And I'm presently writing my technical report. I'm at about 5,000 words at the moment. And the challenge is finding the time as well as your day job. Like anything, everybody's doing any sort of additional learning, whether a degree or other vocational studies. It's doing your day job as well as doing that. You get to the end of the day and you've done a full day report writing, earning your fees or money, or you've done your day writing quotes or preparing quotes, and all of a sudden you've got to do more writing. It's hard going, but it's worth it. And then fitting the subject to match the report criteria. So it's no good just having a great subject, you've got to fit the things in, like the management, like the technology, new technology, fit it into it. So I make a huge thank you to my sponsor, Dr. Gina Barney. I will deliver it. I will deliver it. If at all humanly possible. And thank you very much. And I hope that's maybe inspire people to do it, or scare the pants off them that they will never do it. But it's something that's up to you. Thank you.